Now, I remember, and I'm sure you all remember, when you were 5, you couldn't wait to be 10. When you were 10, wait to be 16 so that you could drive. When you were 16, you couldn't wait to be 18 so you could go to college. When you were 18, you couldn't wait to be 21 so that you could legally drink, most likely. But it feels like that after about 30, no one wants to really be that next age. So no one says, I can't wait to be 40, or I can't wait to be 60, or I can't wait to be 80. And I think we need to change that a little bit, because aging is something that we're all going to do, period. You either get older or you don't. So the best part of that is, how can you age? And I'm going to use a quote from someone, and I don't know if it's Dr. David Katz or I want to give attribution correctly, but you want to add years to your life and life to your years. So healthy aging is a real thing. And that's something that we try and aspire to with all of that we're doing with Wingman Wellness and Perfectly Planted. So today I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about healthy aging. Now, I follow all of the longevity experts, and I love them, whether it's their podcast or their blogs. Dr. David Sinclair, Dr. Peter Attia, Dan Buettner, Dr. Walter Longo. They all are pushing the edge and trying to identify ways that we can add more years to our life and life to our years. But the key is to start now, and you don't need pills or potions or magic. You just need some basic principles of healthy living. So, and I apologize, I need to look at my notes. September is Healthy Aging Month, which is partly why I wanted to bring up this topic. And it is an annual observance, and it's dedicated to bring attention to the powerful and positive aspects of growing older. And maybe it means more to me now that I'm a woman of a certain age than it probably did 20 years ago. But it's also interesting because you may have seen recent statistics that the average life expectancy of Americans fell in 2020 and 2021. And again, most likely due to the pandemic. And that the average American can now expect to live to the age of about 76, which is not far away from me. And I would like to live a little bit longer. And I had shared in the post to our live stream today an amazing interview that Rich Roll did with Mr. Michael Fremont, who is a centenarian that lives the life that I hope I can live when I am 90 or 100 years old. So what are some of the key tips to healthy aging? I'll share a couple. You're probably going to say, well, Daphne, those are the same things you've been saying forever. And the point is yes, yes, and yes. That the same things that can help you live healthy today are the same things that I hope will help you live healthy at 100. So the first is get moving and keep moving. Now, some of the recommendations are about 150 minutes of movement a week, which is only about 22 minutes a day. But I also want to encourage you to do some weight-bearing exercise, and that can just be body weight. I'm not saying you have to go to the gym, but one of the reasons I started this walk, and I would love your feedback on whether we can extend this to maybe 10 minutes in October, or even if we want to do some walking lunges or some bench sits while we're walking, how we can make this so I can keep your interest and encourage you to walk out 5 minutes and maybe walk back 5 minutes. The next tip is eat more plants. No, nothing else needs to be said there. You know how I feel about being plant positive and adding more plants to your plate. You do want to pay attention to your weight and to your shape, meaning that being overweight or obese may have a negative impact on your ability to age healthy. I know we're out of time, so a couple of other ones are pay attention to your sleep. Don't smoke or use tobacco products. Keep your brain active, and that is so important. Whether you are doing puzzles or reading or engaging with others, which is the next tip, including create your MOI, that social network, that community of others that is Dan Buettner identified as so important in the Blue Zones communities in terms of contributing to their longevity. And you can do that in a lot of ways. You can have your friends, you can go out and do things, you can walk with friends, you can volunteer. There's lots of ways to create a community that is going to help you support healthy aging. Get regular medical checkups. Sometimes we underestimate and undervalue the importance of making sure you're chatting with someone about your health. And then finally, be good to yourself. Practice compassion, meditate, which may be one thing you can do on these walks. Treat yourself with empathy. You are not perfect, but you are empowered to find ways to live a healthy life. And as I said earlier, to add more years to your life and more life to your years. I know this was fast, and I'm sorry I'm over time. I know those tips may seem redundant with everything I'm saying, but I think the key message is that live healthy, live long, and I hope to see you on the next Walk with Wingman. Take care and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.